The Los Angeles Dodgers are betting big on their future, but the recent acquisition of Blake Snell raises a crucial question. Who will be left behind in this restructuring process? If you're following the team closely, you know that the goal of dominating the league remains intact. Adding Snell to the roster strengthens the pitching staff, especially after the playoffs, but it also implies tough choices. Budget pressures and the need to adjust the roster may mean the departure of key players. But in the end, who will be with the Dodgers next season? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Dodgers News Fan Report channel for more updates on the team. The financial and strategic reality is forcing the team to make tough decisions, and with Snell's arrival, the team needs to find a balance between reinforcing the rotation and maintaining a solid foundation. However, the question remains, who will be the victims of this strategy? Walker Buehler, one of the cornerstones of the Dodgers' rotation in recent years, no longer seems to be part of the team's future. Despite his crucial role in recent championships, his 2024 performance was marked by struggles, with a memory that, as dramatic as it was, wasn't enough to secure his spot. The injury that kept him out for most of the season, and his difficulty in returning to previous levels created a storm of uncertainty. With Snell taking over the rotation, Buehler finds himself on the sidelines, a tough decision for any Dodgers fan. But did the team make the right choice? Unlike Buehler, Jack Flaherty seemed like a reliable solution when the team needed it most. His arrival was a quick response to emerging problems, and he delivered what was expected of him, showing solid numbers. But the situation changed with the signing of Snell. The possibility of keeping Flaherty is now almost nil, as the tight budget doesn't allow for everyone to stay. The lingering question, could the Dodgers have invested more in Flaherty for the future? Teoscar Hernandez had a brilliant 2024 season, but his future with the Dodgers is uncertain. His market value has risen, and while the team is focused on keeping the rotation strong, there's doubt about whether they can compete with higher offers. With a budget stretched due to Snell's signing, the Dodgers may have to let Hernandez go, potentially creating a significant gap in the lineup. But can they really afford to lose such an impactful player? The Dodgers' decision to heavily invest in Blake Snell, a move aimed at securing their position as one of baseball's powers, comes at a cost. As we will see, this move could mean the end of some journeys with the team, and fans will need to adjust to the new reality. But was it the right choice? Will the team maintain its offensive strength, or will the holes created by the departure of key players affect their performance? With Blake Snell's arrival, the Dodgers enter a new phase, focused on keeping their pitching staff strong. However, changes in the roster, such as the departures of Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, and Teoscar Hernandez, will certainly leave marks. These players have been essential to the team's recent success, and their absences create gaps that will need to be filled carefully. The departure of Teoscar Hernandez, in particular, could greatly impact the offense. He was one of the most reliable players throughout 2024, with his hitting being crucial in several key moments, including the postseason. His ability to perform in decisive moments made him a fan favorite, and his departure could open the door for new talent, but it also raises the question of how the team will maintain the same level of offensive performance. While the restructuring of the pitching rotation with Snell's arrival is a bold move, future financial decisions and internal alternatives for the lost positions will be decisive in determining whether the Dodgers can continue their winning trajectory. Every choice, from who stays to who is replaced, will carry significant weight in the coming chapters of this era. What do you think of these changes? Do you believe Blake Snell's signing will be the key to the Dodgers continuing to be a powerhouse, or will the team miss the players who are leaving? Leave your opinion in the comments. Regarding Jack Flaherty, his departure will also be felt. The pitcher showed a lot of quality in 2024 and brought stability to the rotation, especially in a year marked by injuries. The decision to let Flaherty go, despite his good performance, indicates the Dodgers are aiming for long-term options like Max Fried or Corbin Burnes, who might be more beneficial for the future. This shift in focus could have a greater impact than expected, especially if the Dodgers don't manage to fill this gap with another impactful signing. And Teoscar Hernandez? His potential departure is yet another financial dilemma for the team. He had an impressive season and proved to be a key player both in the regular season and the playoffs. His ability to drive the offense in decisive moments will be hard to replace, but with Snell's arrival and the financial impact of the signing, the team may be forced to make tough choices. Losing Hernandez could open space for younger players, but the question is, will these players be able to achieve the consistency needed to keep the Dodgers competitive? It seems that the Dodgers are betting on a model that prioritizes pitching and defense, always looking to strengthen their most critical areas. However, the departures of key pieces could alter the team's chemistry, leading to the question, will the choices made now guarantee more wins in the future, or will the team suffer from the absence of some of the figures that were crucial to recent success? As the 2025 season approaches, the decisions made by the Dodgers front office could determine the direction of the franchise in the coming years. Blake Snell's arrival and the departures of important players create a mix of expectations and apprehension. The big question remains, will the team be able to maintain the level of excellence that has always been a trademark, or will the overemphasis on the pitching staff cost the team its balance? On one hand, adding an elite pitcher like Snell strengthens the rotation and gives the team a real chance to continue its quest for a title. But on the other hand, the departures of figures like Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, and Teoscar Hernandez leave gaps that may be harder to fill than they appear. For every win on the mound, the Dodgers will need to find solutions for the loss of offensive power and defensive stability. In the case of Hernandez, the decision not to compete with other teams' offers could be a risky move. If he shines on another team, the Dodgers might regret not investing more in the player, especially considering the impact he had on the team's victories in key moments. As for the rotation, Flaherty's departure leaves a tough gap to fill, given the consistency he showed after his arrival. This puts even more pressure on Snell to be not just a reinforcement, but a true leader on the mound. Of course, the Dodgers' financial structure needs to be balanced. They can't commit all their resources to a single contract, especially when the team still has important pieces to consider, like Clayton Kershaw's renewal and the need to strengthen other positions. The question is, can the Dodgers balance talent in multiple areas, or are they putting all their eggs in one basket, relying too much on Snell and the rotation, leaving other areas of the roster vulnerable? Now, the question that lingers, will the bets made by the Dodgers front office, bringing in Snell and letting go of other key players, lead to more titles or result in more risks than rewards? The decisions they've made will not only impact the team in 2025, but could also shape the future of the franchise in the years to come. As a Dodgers fan, I understand the reasons behind Blake Snell's signing, but I also have some reservations. Snell's arrival is undoubtedly an important addition to the rotation. He has the track record of being a dominant pitcher with a Cy Young Award to his name, and his experience in high-pressure games could be crucial for the Dodgers, especially in such a competitive season. However, the departure of players like Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, and Teoscar Hernandez brings a sense of loss. Buehler, for instance, was a key part of the team's identity in recent years, and even with his health and performance struggles, his presence in the past few playoff campaigns was valuable. Flaherty, though a temporary solution, brought stability in a season marked by injuries. As for Hernandez, he had an amazing season, and his loss could create a significant gap in the team's offense. He was vital in key moments, and his departure could weaken the lineup. As a fan, what worries me most is the lack of depth that these departures might create. Sure, Snell could be a fantastic addition, but at the same time, with a tight budget, will the Dodgers be able to fill the gaps in both offense and defense? The team needs to be balanced in every aspect, and we can't just rely on a strong rotation without having other pieces to complement the team. I would be very disappointed if these changes led to a decline in performance, especially because I see the Dodgers' potential to continue being a powerhouse in MLB. The question remains, will this bet on Snell be worth it? I just hope the team can not only have a solid rotation, but also maintain offensive strength and roster depth to continue competing at the highest level. It's a transitional moment, and as a fan, I'm optimistic but also cautious. Let's wait and see how the pieces fit together on the field and the impact these changes will have on the quest for the title. I believe that despite the risks involved, the franchise has made a decision aimed at a more competitive future. Snell has the credentials to be the leader of the rotation, and his ability to shine in decisive moments will be key. However, the loss of key players and the gap left in the offense and other areas of the roster will need to be addressed if the Dodgers are to stay competitive. What do you think about these decisions? Do you believe in Snell's arrival as the key to future success, or do you have doubts? Let's talk about it in the comments. Please share your thoughts, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Dodgers News Fan Report for all the latest updates on the team.